And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come and knock.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3. And here's Portland. Here's Lillard, and no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Middleton against Anthony. Middleton the pass to Lopez, and it's good for 2. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight. Chris, what an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Back to Lillard. Down low. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Clock is at 3.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one, but he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Lillard looking around. Inside, Nurkic, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Skilled at utilizing the pick and roll to his advantage. Nurkic moves very well in these sets.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Holiday against Lillard. And there's the pass to McCollum. With some arc, and he lays it up and in.
Well, McCollum has a beautiful floating J. Has a good sense of when to go for it.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Outside Holiday. Back to Giannis. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
A shifty player who really thrives on making the right play. Holiday sure runs a smooth pick and roll.
It's McCollum on the wing. Passes it to Covington. The feed to Nurkic. Covington passes to Nurkic. Three-pointer, Lillard. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
The star just keeps rising for Damian Lillard. Heck of a talent with tremendous range.
Holiday looking over the floor. And he gets it to go.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Lillard against Holiday. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. The rebound by Holiday. Bucks leading by 3. DiVincenzo with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. P.J. Tucker comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Nurkic. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Good on the bucket. Giannis has got 6.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Now Powell. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And the Bucks with some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Pass to Connaughton. Middleton looking it over. They get it again. No good that time. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's Giles. Back to Powell. Good if it goes. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bucks lead by 5. And we'll get going after. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing when it comes to developing his leadership.
I think it comes from being a...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
We've got Chris Middleton. Bobby Portis out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Connaughton in at the 2. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. And that's an intentional foul. Here's Anthony. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Simons. Back to Anthony. It's rebounded by Portis.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually counter. Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Here's Powell. That one's not going to go. The Bucks go the other way with it. Pass to Connaughton. He dishes it to Forbes. Now the pass to Tucker. Shot clock at 6. Middleton for 3. That one, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's Simons missing.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Pat Connaughton. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Anthony. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Derek Jones. To the wing on the left. Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Bucks leading by 3. Middleton on the wing. The Bucks working the ball around. Lopez inside. The rebound by Giles.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Trailblazers trail by 3. And it's McCollum in the corner. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Passes to Powell. There's the triple. McCollum, no good. Milwaukee leading by 3. DiVincenzo with it. Now defended by McCollum. Here's Nora. No good that time. And it's Portland the other way. McCollum dishes to Powell. Pass to Giles. Wide open look. Powell kicks to Giles. Powell, the pass to McCollum. Takes the 3. Again, McCollum missing. For Milwaukee, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Tucker, the putback is no good. Trailblazers trail by 3, and now McCollum running the floor all by himself.
Yeah, and the blinding quickness right there on display from McCollum. He excels at leaking out and capitalizing in the open floor.
DiVincenzo finds Tucker. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That's his first foul. Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. Here's Antetokounmpo. He has 6. Trying to get open is Lopez.
But when someone's open, Lopez will find using his height to see over the defense.
Lillard against Holiday. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Damian Lillard.
You know, he doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
And here is Antetokounmpo. He's got 8. And Giannis throws it down.
And guys, that's a sight we've become far too accustomed to seeing. Antetokounmpo throwing it down like it was just another day at the office.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The Bucks on top. They're up by 3. And now with...
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris,
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of 1, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Enes Kanter is out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at small forward. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Anthony's checked in. Here's Kanter. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 5 on the clock. McCollum passes to Kanter. Lillard from outside. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Lillard with it. He's got 5. McCollum outside. Fires from deep. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. To the paint. Here's Lopez. That one, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's McCollum. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Here's Lopez in the corner. It's DiVincenzo. Holiday dishes to Middleton. It's up a 3. That shot off.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign, if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
A different look for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Jones comes in for Anthony.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Giannis inside. Covington's there. It's tipped. Covington with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lillard with the ball. And there's the foul to try to stop the break. And that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. And they'll retain possession. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Simons, he's checked in for McCollum.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
A minute 50 left in the third. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Powell, he's checked in for Portland.
It definitely has the respect of the locker room. Holiday is someone that players enjoy playing with.
Lillard left side, pass to Powell from the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Portis. The pass to Connaughton. Chalk up 2 there.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Outside Covington. 58 seconds left to play here in the third. Powell kicks to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Proving he's not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
Bucks trail by 3. Outside Holiday. To the middle. It's stolen by Jones. Oh, Covington in position.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Bucket is good. And it's a 7-point Trailblazer lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time. Lillard outside. And he drains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of...
And so it's Portland with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Brooke Lopez, Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Connaughton in at the three, the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Clock at 6. And Lillard kicks to Giles. Kicks it out to Lillard. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard outside. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And the technical free throw is good.
Hard to believe Lillard missed out on a couple of All-Star selections. I mean, in seasons where he averaged over 25 points a game.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. And then for the Trailblazers, McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Here's McCollum. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
A superb concentration from the clever guard. McCollum, he's so used to getting knocked around, going up easy for him.
Free throw good, McCollum. Bucks trail by 10. Here's Connaughton. Kick out to Giannis. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
DiVincenzo against McCollum. Inside, Giles. And he banks in the layup. Giles has got the lead up to 10 now for Portland.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. To the paint, 6 to shoot. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down hard.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Outside Anthony. And it's McCollum off the drive.
Now to respect the speed of McCollum. Fantastic at knifing through the defense and beating them to the bucket.
Antetokounmpo inside. Defended by Covington. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
Outside Covington. Down low. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Giannis. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And then for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Harry Giles. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard against Holiday. Lillard outside. Outside, Covington. Here's Nurkic. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And a lot of attention on Antetokounmpo's offense, but don't sleep on the D. He can defend every part of the court and does it with intensity. And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
To the inside, Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Yes!
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there's almost no stopping.
Lillard against Holiday. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. .44 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Two on the clock. Here's the three.
And an excellent defender. The way Holiday disrupts and stays active and engaged on this end, outstanding. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
And now down to a one-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Lillard outside. Not going to go that time. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining. It has to be a catch-and-shoot 3 if they hope to tie it.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Damian Lillard.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They trail by 3. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And only one choice here. They need a 3. I'm sure he's going to sub in all of his best shooters. Under 2 seconds remaining.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Anthony out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Clippers, they've got Ivica Zubac. Batuma's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point.
One of the key aspects for Kawhi Leonard's scoring per game is his ability to get to the free throw line. This guy lives there.
And Doris, tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
Now here's Lillard. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. And the rejection by Zubac. Kicks it out to Lillard. Just 4 to shoot. From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Offensive rebound outside for George. And George with the stuff.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Here's Lillard. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Now, here's George. Nurkic with the block. Lillard, right side. Off target with the open look.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here's Lillard. Covington in the corner. Kicks it to Powell. Pass to Nurkic. Powell down low. Jackson on him. The shot by Powell, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
Well, Norman Powell, these last several seasons, has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously, last season, much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
And it's George missing. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
The Trailblazers have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Now here's Rondo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
Simons, the pass to Jones. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Leonard. Anthony with the block.
Melo just reading the play the right way, put in the extra effort to come up with such a nice block.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
So it's the Clippers now. The Blazers getting the bucket, and he makes that one.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Jones against Leonard, out left to the wing. Simons, the pass to Kanter, and he comes up with the deuce.
Well, that's the catch-and-shoot ability of Enes Kanter. Always gets himself squared.
The Clippers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Rondo kicks to Zubac. Kanter against Rondo. Banked in off the glass. Rondo's got his second bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
McCollum against George. Paul George with the steal. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Morris controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, see, Marcus Morris has the physicality and the frame to be able to be a force on the offensive glass. That's nicely done.
McCollum outside. There's the pass to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And George, here we go, and he uses the glass on the layup. George has got 6.
I'll tell you, there's little you can do to stop Paul George when he's got his game going. He has the lane to the rim, and you know he's going to finish.
A good game so far as we... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the 1. And here's McCollum following Marcus Morris's 3. Passes it to Simons. The second chance effort, and it's good on the layup. 6 points for him.
Boy, I love seeing Kanter distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
Outside Rondo. Now here's Kennard. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Oturu. Pass to Kennard. Over McCollum. Oturu. Portland grabs the miss. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And a wide open look for McCollum. A three-pointer off the mark.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Outside Rondo. Back to Morris. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Covington.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
The Clippers have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Rondo. Kennard with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's McCollum. And the layup's good off the glass.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Morris, no good. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here's Rondo following the basket by C.J. McCollum. To end the drought and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, Rondo just isn't afraid of getting hammered on the inside. Remarkable at getting under the skin of his opponents and forcing the issue.
And the first one at the line is good, so it's both teams making substitutions here. And so Rondo hits both free throws.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Boy, what is more fear-invoking than Kawhi off the bounce near the cup? Look out.
Now Lillard, he's got 5. Powell finds Nurkic. Outside Anthony. It's deflected. Lillard, right side. It's Covington on the wing. But they recover it. Out to Anthony. Over to the left wing. Lillard from outside. The Clippers grab the miss.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
Leonard, no luck. Portland leading. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Lillard against Rondo. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
54 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Leonard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
And the Clippers making a change here. Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now, here's Lillard. Nurkic finds Powell. Lillard outside. And the rejection by Leonard.
Well, tremendous intimidation and shot blocking by Kawhi Leonard. How nice is that?
There's 18 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Great D that time from Nurkic. Here's Anthony. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
You know, that's just the power and strength from Anthony, able to take the hit and still play through it.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Took the opportunity when he saw it. George has got 8 points.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Three-pointer, Lillard.
There's a reason this guy has won multiple defense.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you in. Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. Jack, how does Damian... Thanks for joining.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
They've got Jackson, and it's Coffey in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Clippers trail by 3. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Basket, good.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here is Lillard. He has 5. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Here's Coffey. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Oturu, the pass to Coffey. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Covington. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Batum. Clippers trail by 3. It's Jackson with the drive, and that one drops. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Lillard scanning the floor. Dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard from past the arc. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Coffee passes to Oturu. And now Portland on the break. Here's Powell. Kicks it out to Covington. The shot off that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, DA. Thanks.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now, here's Kennard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the wide-open shot from Morris. And the Clippers miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Come on. Powell, the pass to Simons. Here's Powell over Morris. Here's Cantor. And the rejection by Zubac. Patterson finds Jackson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Damian Lillard.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Now, here's Cantor. Back to McCollum. And it's sent back by Leonard. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Nurkic is checked in.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Leonard with no one around. Come on. And George kicks to Leonard. A miss that time. Would have put him up. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. Powell dishes to McCollum. 19 seconds left here in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Simons, the pass to Nurkic. It's good. And it's 6 points for Nurkic.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
George looking over the floor. Here's Zubac. And he overshot that one, missing. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazers lead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Jones is out there with Nurkic. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Rondo dishes to Patterson. Leonard on the wing. Yep, that one goes.
This guy is such an excellent finisher at the rim. He's got incredibly long arms and very strong hands.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Gets an open look and hits. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter. Now here's Leonard. Tries again. The pass to Zubac. And it's Rondo in the corner. Over to the wing. Patterson passes to Zubac. Here's Rondo. Offline with his three.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. "13 feet away." Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
And no stranger to tough shots. A hand in his face, not a problem. McCollum, he's in his bag.
Outside, George launches a three. And Jones pulls it down.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And the basket by McCollum.
Wow, he looks like a completely different player in this half. He's found his rhythm.
George against McCollum. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Patterson. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Robert Covington's checked in for Jones. Carmelo Anthony comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard from downtown. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
And George gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Cantor checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. Lillard, right side. Launches it. Up again. And the second chance ever by McCollum. McCollum's got 10 points in just the second half.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? George dishes to Batum. Back to George. This one for 3. And no good that time. Now Portland takes it the other way. And Zubac picks up the foul. That's his first foul. We've got 1:48 left in the 4th quarter. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard. And it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
You know, often we think of Dame as a scorer first, but they're reminding us of his great ability to pass the rock.
George, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
He drops the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
What a terrific story Robert Covington is. Gets undrafted out of college, goes to the G League and becomes an MVP, and now one of the very best defenders in the NBA. Truly an incredible journey.
Outside, George. And it's off from three-point range. And here are the Blazers. They're on a 14-5 run here. Takes it out to Covington. 1:06 left in the 4th. Lillard, the pass to Covington. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping, the fast break chance. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Kawhi Leonard.
What a smooth-looking release from Kawhi Leonard. Doing work in the mid-range. That is his comfort zone.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. Back to Lillard. Fires the three. Great D that time from Leonard.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
The three from George. Rebounded by Covington. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Back to Lillard. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him. Activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too. And with tip-off.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. And for the Nets, Green is out there with Jordan. Then it's Tyler Johnson. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the 1. On the wing, Harris. Johnson surveying the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Yep, that one goes in there. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. We're about 1 minute into the first. Finds the open look, and it's on target. Jordan's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
Lillard outside. Good, nice job down low.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Harden outside. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Nurkic with the block. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. It's good.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Outside, Green. Down low. Here's Harris. The Nets working the ball around now. Green dishes to Jordan. Shoots over Nurkic. Jordan can't get it to go.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Covington passes to Lillard. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Harden right side and stolen by Lillard. And now Portland on the break. And Anthony gets it to go.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Harden the pass to Harris. They kick it out to Green. Passes it to Harden. 5 to shoot. And Harden with the stuff.
You know, Harden has that quick first step. Once he sees a lane to the rim, he's going to take it.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Harris drives in. Green in the post. Covered by Anthony. Nurkic with the block. Lillard with no one around. The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Now Harden. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Trailblazers leading by 6. Outside Covington. Powell, the pass to Covington. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Harden gets the bucket.
Boy, so crafty a player is James Harden. I mean, when he gets inside, he finds all kinds of ways and manner in which to score.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Lillard attacking. Kicks it out to Covington. Goes up with it again. The 3. Here's Nurkic. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Portland with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've... Damian Lillard told us before the game, when asked how he stays so grounded...
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from a...
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Brooklyn now, Harden out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Claxton in at the 4 spot. McCollum against Brown. McCollum dishes to Cantor. It's hauled in by Brown. Nets trail by 4. Here's Harden. Brown outside. Shoots the 3. Aldridge misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And a wide open look for McCollum. No good on the 3. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Jones finds Cantor. Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Inside, kicks it out to McCollum. Nurkic trying to get open. No good on that one. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Harden. He can't hit that time. And it's Portland the other way. McCollum with the ball. Picked up by Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. Harry Giles is checked in for the Trailblazers. The importance of the 3-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line. Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Cantor, he's checked in for Portland. Here's Giles, and a lot of contact on that one. So, and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Back to Irving. The rebound by Giles. Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's Jones over Irving. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And so Jones nails both of them.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
To the left side wing. Aldridge finds Griffin. Here's Claxton. The kick out to Irving. Here's Aldridge. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Aldridge has got his first points in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And taken away by Brown. Irving surveying the floor. Brown outside. Pass to Claxton. It's stolen by Jones. 3-on-3. Here's Cantor.
And, you know, Cantor can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris is checked in for Blake Griffin. And it's Johnson in for Kyrie Irving. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Harry Giles. Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. Norman Bowles checked in for Anthony Simons. And Lillard subbed in for McCollum. Anthony, the pass to Cantor. Lillard against Jordan. Takes a 3. Lillard misses. Nets trail by 7. Jordan inside. Powell on it. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, at the rim, Jordan still, after all this time in the league, has the athleticism to get up and throw it down.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Lillard with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And that one's good. Lillard's got 8 points.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Harris with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Back to Johnson. Just 3 on the clock. And the layup is good.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They lead by 5. Kenny, what was your impression? And that should...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. We've got Damian Lillard, Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Anthony in at the 3. Shot clock at 3 from about 16. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Lillard's got the first basket of the second half here for the Trailblazers. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Harris against Anthony. Here's Johnson. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
A floater. Harris with it. Now Anthony defending.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Tell you what, those are crazy numbers, guys. I mean, believe me, I was a good rebounder in my day. It is not easy to corral that many boards in one night.
And here's Harden. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Giles is checked in. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 3rd. Powell finds Anthony. Portland no good that time either.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Cantor's checked in. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Harden, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's his first trip to the line. And he can't get the first one.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
And, you know, the beard continues to impress, continues to get better, and MVP candidate seemingly every season. Now, I've got a question, though. How does he maintain the look of that beard?
Anthony finds Lillard, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Here's Harden. The putback, and Griffin stays with it.
And ever since entering the league, that's been one of Griffin's favorite ways to score, attacking that offensive glass.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Lillard. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. Here's Harden. No good on that one. Excellent D from Cantor.
His scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
It's Harden with the drive. Releases from 15. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from LaMarcus Aldridge. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Drops in the layup for 2.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul.
And Harden's three-point accuracy is lethal. I mean, he gets his shot off with such ease and quickness.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. It's McCollum on the wing. Lays it up off the glass. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. McCollum from deep three-point land. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Nets trail by 9. We've got Brown. Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Johnson, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Lillard against Johnson. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Lillard. Anthony dishes to Lillard. Back to Anthony. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Lillard attacking. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Over in the corner, Lillard. Misses the 3.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Jordan finds Harris. Fires for 3. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Can't cash in from close range. Portland leading by 9. Covington down low. He's guarded by Johnson. Kicks it out to Lillard. Covington dishes to Lillard. 6 to shoot from deep three-point range, but they get it back. Covington passes to Lillard. Count it. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
On the wing, Harris. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Boy, guys, once Harris gets a little room to shoot it, he is really sweet. Automatic.
Lillard surveying the D. To the middle, here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Green finds Harris. It's stolen by Anthony. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
And, guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
Irving's checked in for Brown. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Here's Irving. And too long on the shot. Portland leading by 14. Here's Lillard. The rebound by Johnson. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. He was all alone on that one. Harris has got 4 points this quarter.
Irving doing a nice job there being creative and efficient with that beautiful assist.
And now we've got the intentional foul. James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. Here's McCollum. Lillard finds McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Lillard. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Trailblazers.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lillard.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard, over Harden. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum outside, and the pass to Carmelo. And here's Covington. No good on the triple. Harris outside. Fires the three. Missed. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building. not compete. You see the focus.
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And for Portland, Damian Lillard out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. The shot by Powell, no good.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
At 7 feet tall, Nurkic, not easy to get around. That time throws that one away.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane, they're hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
Giannis passes to Lopez. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Now, here's Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Holiday. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it. The fast break chance. Nurkic with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Here's Holiday. Makes it off the glass.
This is how you ruin an opposing team's defense. Holiday runs inside and finds the easy shot there.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Out to the wing. Nurkic finds Lillard. Shot from the wing. No good off the back of the rim.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
The shot by Holiday, no good. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, Middleton hovers around that 40% mark from downtown in his career. It's a good-looking shot there.
Lillard surveying the D. He kicks to Nurkic. Just 3 to shoot to stop the run. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Holiday dishes to Giannis. And the layup falls.
This is what makes Giannis such an elite player, his ability to score in those difficult situations down low with lots of bodies around.
Lillard against Holiday. A floater. And it's Lillard missing.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
And it's rebounded by Covington. And so they choose to intentionally foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Giles checked in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones comes in for Anthony. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And Tucker kicks to Forbes. And another three for Milwaukee.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Here's McCollum following the three by Milwaukee. And it's Giles missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Portis. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Milwaukee, another fast break opportunity here. And that one's good from Connaughton.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Trying to end the drought. McCollum, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
It's deflected. And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Milwaukee on top, leading by 14. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this.
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. It's blocked. They get it back. Nurkic the pass to McCollum. He sinks the 11-footer.
Well, the coach has confidence in C.J. taking that shot, and so C.J. has confidence in making it.
The pass to Tucker. Middleton with it. Releases. The rebound by Simons. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. Now here's McCollum, guarded closely. Bucks leading by 14. Middleton the pass to Portis. The Bucks working the ball around. Middleton on the wing. For the three. Rebound by Nurkic.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Jones. Here's Giles. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Count that bucket.
Middleton's a high percentage shooter from that area. The reason I can tell, no hesitation on that one.
Cullen passes to Jones. It's McCollum with the drive. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy. He would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
McCollum kicks to Jones. Passes it to Giles. Now Nurkic, defended by Portis. Nurkic in the post, working on Portis. Great D that time from Portis. Connaughton passes to Tucker. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And an intentional foul right there. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. Norman Powell's checked in for McCollum. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Holiday finds Giannis. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Giles has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lillard outside. To the paint, it's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And it's the Bucks on the break. There it is, his second make of the game. He's missed 5.
I like how Giannis is inviting a little bit more contact and no longer shying away from it.
41 seconds left in the first half. Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by Lopez. Here's the break. Outside Holiday. It's stolen. And oh, here we go. Covington's got it. The fast break chance. And now they decide to foul intentionally. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this one. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Covington.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Lillard against Holiday. Outside, Antetokounmpo.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
How about the reach from Giannis?
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to it's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They are leading by 12. And that'll...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a grinding performance from him up to this point. His work on the boards in that first half was terrific.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5.
Well, a longer point guard out there, Drew Holiday, can score close into the rim with that kind of size.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Nurkic has got 6.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
Oh, man, that is just easy for him out there. At his size with that kind of touch, that is money.
Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo, and the shot goes in. He's got 8.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
From about 19 feet, that's in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Damian Lillard.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Holiday against Lillard. Middleton left side. Nice move. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Lillard up top, and he commits the intentional foul. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. The Bucks also with the sub. Connaughton's checked in. Pass to Lillard. Right side, Jones. Over onto Kumbo. Jones, no luck. Bucks leading by 12. And he dunks it down.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Holiday against Lillard. Dishes it to Anthony. Pass to Covington. It's stolen by Kumbo. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it. The fast break chance. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And that's an intentional foul. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Bucks. Bryn Forbes comes in for Drew Holiday.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind. Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
Portis, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. The Trailblazers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Jones kicks to Anthony. Stolen by Tucker. DiVincenzo against Covington. Here's Giannis. Good D by Jones. Trailblazers trail by 15. Rebounded by Tucker. The Bucks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Here's Portis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Cantor checked in for Robert Covington. The Bucks also changing it up. Chris Middleton comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Drew Holiday in for Pat Connaughton. Poke loose and stolen by DiVincenzo. For the finish, finishes the break with a slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Cantor against Portis. The pass to Simons. 6 on the shot clock. That one falls.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
Outside Holiday. And he lays it straight in. Holiday's got 6.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
Cullen passes to Cantor. Goes up on the wing. Shot is good off the back rim and in. McCollum's got his second basket of the game.
Just a smooth, polished scorer. McCollum only scratching the surface of his immense potential.
And so it's Milwaukee feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. Right back after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Anthony. He's out there with Norman Powell. C.J. McCollum out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Powell for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Powell's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Trailblazers.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. DiVincenzo against McCollum. Down low. And Tucker kicks to DiVincenzo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Powell finds Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Powell, the pass to Kanter. Back to Powell. Over Middleton. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Bucks leading by 14. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Holiday against Anthony. Lopez. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 16.
Good size and the ability to carve out space. Lopez battling on the rebound.
Pass to Powell. Inside. To the inside. Kanter. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame. A smart block, if you will.
Middleton dishes to Lopez. Here's Tucker. And Holiday has it in the corner. And that one drops for him.
Drew's got such a great build. 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Here's Simons, guarded by Holiday. And a wide open look for McCollum. Off target with his 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Now DiVincenzo. Lopez finds Tucker. Over McCollum. Tucker can't get it to go.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Here's Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
The sheer strength of Kanter really coming through there. Throws it down with intent.
Holiday surveying the floor. Lopez outside. Jacks up a 3. The shot misses. Trailblazers trail by 16. Powell, the pass to Anthony with his first shot attempt. Here's Kanter. Here's Simons, guarded by Holiday. It's McCollum on the wing. It's McCollum on the wing. Kanter trying to free himself up. They get it back.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Kanter is a monster on the offensive glass.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Milwaukee.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Giannis.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
Pass to Lopez. Back to Holiday. For 3. The shot missing. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Out to Anthony. He dishes it to McCollum. Again, McCullough missing. Tucker with the ball. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matches. Welcome to 2K Sports. We D8.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And the Clippers starting five.
Here we go.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Anthony in at the small forward position. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
A perennial all-defensive pick. George's quick hands create a lot of transition opportunities.
And a deep three from Lillard. Here's Nurkic. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. That one good for two.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
Outside Jackson. Good work there as it goes. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Leonard, and he makes good on the layup. Leonard's got his second basket.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. To the middle, here's Nurkic. Sweet move, and that one good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Robert Covington picks one up.
And guys, George puts pressure on an opponent at both ends of the court. Lockdown D at one, aggressive to get his own at the other.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And he misses his first shot of the game. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. George, no good.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
George against McCollum. The shot by George, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
The 9-foot shot, and the shot goes in. And this game is tied up now.
Yeah, and the blinding quickness right there on display for McCollum. He excels at leaking out and capitalizing in the open floor.
George with no one around. Cans it from downtown. George has got 5 now.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Lillard dishes to Carmelo. Pass to McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Outside, George. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
A guy with George's focus can shrug off the contact. He won't let the defender disrupt his rhythm.
George against Lillard. Nurkic in the post. The 3. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by Nurkic. He has 5.
His three-point shooting is an important part of his game. Lillard has to hit that shot all night if he wants to keep the D honest.
Outside, George. There's the 3. The Clippers get another chance here. Three-pointer. Knocks down the 3 ball.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. They double him with George. Lillard with no one around. And another 3 for Portland.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Jackson against Lillard. There's the pass to George. Great D that time from Nurkic. 4-on-3 break. 4-3, Covington. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And they're making sure.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. For moments during that quarter, it felt like a one-man wrecking crew. It seemed he was doing everything out there. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Oh, yeah. Love the ball movement so far. Everything clicking at the offensive end.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland, they've got Norman Powell. Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Simons in at the point. Powell down low. Patterson defending. Kanter trying to free himself up. It's good on the putback.
Now, that's the staple of Kanter's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Rondo looking around. Out to the right wing. Stolen. And now here comes Jones leading the break. Passes it to Simons. Shoots over Patterson. Covington finds Jones. Back to Covington. Three-pointer. Kept alive. Kanter lays it up and banks it in. Kanter's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Here's Rondo. That shot, no good. Excellent D from Kanter. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pass to Simons. Kanter inside. Oturu with the rebound. The Clippers' shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got 4 rebounds in this game. Offensive rebound. Jones kicks to Powell. Clock at 6. Goes back up. Portland no good that time either.
Their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Rondo, good.
But the contact isn't enough to slow Rondo's drive. I mean, he commits to the play and goes all the way.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Right wing. Kanter dishes to Powell. Back to Kanter. Kicks it out to Covington. Good work defensively by Morris.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Kennard with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kennard on the wing. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You really admire how fierce Morris is on the glass. He never gives up on keeping the next possession alive.
Kennard against Powell. Kanter. Rob. Here's Mann. Shooting foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. McCollum's checked in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
Leonard against Anthony. Leonard the pass to George. From deep. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard. Good on the 13-footer. Lillard's got 10.
Lillard plays with great pace. He's outstanding at knowing when to pull up off the dribble.
Outside, George. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above. And that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Batum. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the center. 3 on the clock. Here's George. The shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcomed with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific. Wow, hammering it in!
Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Here's George. He's got 10. From the line, that's good on the jump shot. He's got 12.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, we see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Lillard against George. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic for the lead. Lillard misses. The Clippers in the lead. Here's the floater, and it's Leonard missing. The Trailblazers shooting about 42% so far. The open shot, Lillard, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Lillard's got 4 this quarter.
But Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
Jackson down low, covered by Lillard. Jackson, that's good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Anthony on the wing. McCollum against Jackson. Nurkic trying to get open. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And it's not tough to fall for the pump fake. McCollum loves fooling defenders and getting them up to lead their feet.
Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubats. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Patterson dishes to Morris. Back to Patterson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Patterson's got his first basket.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Batum grabs the miss.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Patterson finds Batum. His first shot coming late. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And it's a 4-point Clipper lead. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Pass to Nurkic. Lots of room. Portland again missing.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. Los Angeles making a switch here. We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter of the game. Here is Lillard. He's got 14. Floats one up. He lays it in. Lillard's got 16.
And Lillard times these floaters perfectly. He rises up with these, letting the ball roll off his fingertips.
Lillard against Rondo. Kennard on the wing. Back to Rondo. Shot clock at 5. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Giles checked in for Nurkic. Jones comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Norman Powell's checked in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Powell. Canner in the corner. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Giles the pass to Simons. Powell for 3. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And there's the pass to Jackson. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got 6 rebounds in the game.
This quarter has been hit or miss for him. Mostly miss.
Here's Giles. Feeds to Cantor. Kicks to Powell. Jones for 3. Misses there. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clipper. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out on this team.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
But even though he's undersized, McCollum is just a tenacious scorer. He's a confident shooter that can catch fire quickly.
And he makes the first. And so McCollum nails both of them. Here's Rondo. passes to George. Inside. Here's Patterson. Another shot. The shake. And it's good on the way in. And the Clippers lead by 2.
There's that passion of his, battling with every ounce of energy he has.
McCollum against Leonard, and the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, true, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back.
They get it back, and George gets it to go.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Anthony finds Nurkic. Pass to McCollum. Excellent D there from George. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Batum's checked in. And George kicks to Rondo. George against McCollum. Kicks it out to Leonard. And the Clippers miss again. Portland trailing here. Oh, Covington in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Can't forget about Covington in these moments. He relishes any chance to knock down big shots.
Rondo dishes to Batum. On the wing, George. He's guarded by McCollum. On the left block, nice move. And the layup good by George. George has got 4 this quarter.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Pass to McCollum to take the lead. No good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Zubac the pass to Rondo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, that's experience. Rondo able to bait the defender and earn himself a trip to the line.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead for the Trailblazers. Harry Giles comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony.
Well, he's not about to let those points get away. I mean, he knows they're going to need him tonight.
George against Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
But Leonard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. George looking around. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Lillard the pass to Giant. Lillard against Zubac. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
George against McCollum. Outside, George. Here's Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Los Angeles with another miss. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Keeps it alive, and Covington stays with it. Covington's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
An absolute baller. When the game is up for grabs, Covington wants to be the guy to take it.
Leonard against Powell. The pass to Zubac. Batum wide open. He fires. Off target from downtown.
Oh, just terrific D from between. So great at reading shooters and when they're about to rise up.
And so the big win by...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And coming to you today from Portland, both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
So the net starting five. We've got DeAndre Jordan, Harden out there with Brown. Then there's Green, and it's Harris in at the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Covington in at the 4 slot. So the Portland Trailblazers able to put the first points up on the board. Lillard against Harden. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
It is not easy trying to keep DeAndre Jordan off the boards. His combination of length and determination so impressive.
Lillard outside. Outside Covington. Lillard right side. Back to Covington. Shot clock at 6. His three-pointers off the mark.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
Here's Lillard following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Down low. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Lillard.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Out to Harris. Harden outside. Ball's knocked loose. Nurkic with the steal. He's got a clear path. And the dunk by Powell.
This, to me, is where he can be lethal. In fast break situation, Norman Powell's speed's a problem.
The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Harden the pass to Harris. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jordan kicks to Harris. The tray. Lillard with the rebound. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Outside Covington. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. The Nets also changing it up. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green, and Irving subbed in for James Harden. Here's Irving after the made shot from Robert Covington. And here is Irving. Outside Aldridge. 5 to shoot. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Powell for 3. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And the basket is good.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter of the game. Claxton, nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now here's Lillard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. He feeds it to Kanter. Buries it down low.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now Irving. 35 seconds left in the first. Here's Aldridge. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. 29 seconds left to play in the first. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. Lets it go from deep. Hits it from three-point range.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Irving looking for an opening. Claxton, the layup off target. And that does it for the first quarter. Portland out in front, leading by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Naturally a ball-dominant player. James Harden talked to him.
Yeah, that's the goal.
ago. Of course,
giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big game.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the 2nd quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, they've got McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Giles is checked in. Harden with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the pass to Giles. Kanter dishes to McCollum. Passes it to Giles. Kicks it out to McCollum. And taken away by Brown. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Back to Irving. From deep. The rebound by Giles. Trailblazers leading by 7. There's the lob to the hoop. And Jones with the stuff.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Outside Irving. Brown with it. Jones covering. And here are the Trailblazers. They haven't allowed any points in the 2nd quarter. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Harden's got the ball. And again, it's the Nets missing. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. Now here's McCollum. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Griffin against Jones. Here's McCollum. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's Harden with the draw. Oh!
My goodness.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. And he drops it in from the low post. McCollum's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers. The Nets have gotten off to a rough start here in the 2nd quarter, going just 1 for 5. Harden kicks to Irving. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Harden, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Use of Nurkic. He's checked in for Portland. And a change for the Nets. Harris is checked in. Trailblazers leading by 9. We've got 1:55 left here in the 2nd. Here's McCollum. Stolen by Harden. Stolen by Kanter. To the paint. Here's Jones. Back to McCollum. From outside the arc, buries it from 3-point range. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
A nice shot by Irving.
Oh, tenacious attack by Irving. The handle, the speed, look out.
Here's McCollum. 5 points in the game. Nurkic in the post. Griffin on him. Nurkic finds McCollum. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 12.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Irving, good.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. We've got 28 seconds left now here in the second. Off target at the rim. In the corner, Harden. Passes it to Griffin. Tries it from 9. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
And how about Griffin continuing to own the paint? A fantastic power forward with good touch from there.
And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And there's Lillard on the assist from Covington. He's got 5.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
So for Brooklyn now, Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Harden. Then there's Brown. And it's Jordan in its center. Now, here is Harden. Pass to Brown. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Reagan, New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Floats it up there for Nurkic. And stolen by Jordan. With the teardrop. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard left side. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Harden kicks to Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Lillard looking around. He dishes it to Nurkic. It's good. Nurkic has got 8 points.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Harden outside. Makes it off the glass. 7 points in the game.
80% shooting to start the third. 4 for 5.
Lillard against Harden. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
And here's Harden. He has 7. Count it. Good.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Now Lillard. Outside Covington. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist from Covington. Covington's got 4 assists in the game. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Harden dishes to Jordan. And foul on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. The Nets also changing it up. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Harris. Blake Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. And Irving subbed in for James Harden.
Now, when DeAndre Jordan is engaged, this guy is flat out a difference maker. He understands how to play to his strengths.
McCollum kicks to Jones. And Griffin sends it back. And they're able to recover. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Aldridge, the pass to Irving.
Hey, yo, right here.
Back to Aldridge. It's deflected.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. And the Nets making a change here. Luwawu's checked in. 23 seconds left in the third. Irving against McCollum. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. Here's Irving. He's got 10. Over McCollum. No good with the wing jumper.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Anthony. He's out there with Jones. C.J. McCollum out there with Nurkic. And it's Simons in at point guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Moving against Nurkic. Aldridge kicks to Harden. The Nets working the ball around now. And it's Irving missing. Trailblazers leading by 3. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Lillard finds Covington. Nurkic with it. Aldridge is covering. Outside Covington. Aldridge gets a hand on it. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Nets trail by 3. Harden with it. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Here's Lillard. High post, Nurkic. And the foul on Harden. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Here's Lillard.
And something that Harden continues to work on. That kind of defensive effort makes his coaches and teammates proud.
And here are the Nets. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Aldridge kicks to Harden.
Look out.
I mean, that's a rugged play.
That's straight toughness.
Something special happening on that one, guys.
Oh, isn't that the truth? Deciding to give this crowd, GA, a show.
The NBA, the best athletes in the world, and that is why it is a global game. That was beautiful.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
He hits both from the stripe.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Offensive rebound.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And an intentional foul right there. So for the Nets, Jeff Green is checked in for Aldridge. Joe Harris comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Yep, it counts. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
On the wing, Brown. Back to Harden. Now, here's Lillard, and they're running. Here's Covington. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 5 assists in the game. And here's Harden. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Now Lillard kicks it to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Harden surveying the D. To the inside. Here's Claxton. Lays it up off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
There's Lillard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So for the Nets, Jordan comes in for Nicholas Claxton, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Brown.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a two-possession game.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Irving passes to Harris. Lets it go with the three. And Kyrie Irving gets the three.
Huge bucket from Kyrie. Knows how to deliver.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
Here's Harden. He can't get it to go. Good D by Covington. And so they foul intentionally.
Shooting for Portland.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
What a terrific story Robert Covington is. Gets undrafted out of college, goes to the G League and becomes an MVP, and now one of the very best defenders in the NBA. Truly an incredible journey.
C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. It's good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, Mr. Harris in the clutch. Welcome to the show.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Lillard outside. Clock at 6. Here's Nurkic. Jordan with some nice D.
A three and nothing but a three will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. Covington wide open. He fires. Good on the three-point shot.
What a shot from Covington. You better be confident to take that shot.
So the Trailblazers win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg...